Greetings. Welcome to Writing and Responding to Discussion Topics. The purpose of this assignment is to give students an opportunity to delve deeper into the content and context of information in the asynchronous online learning experiences. We will do this 3 times in the course of the semester. So here are 3 tips that can help you become successful in completing this assignment. Tip 1, read the prompt thoroughly. It's very, very important to provide a response for what the prompt is asking for versus how you may feel at that time reading the prompt, which is fine. You're always going to have a reflection point. However, even if you have to write those reflections out first, look at your reflections and then look at what the discussion topic is actually asking you to do. Tip 2, write a 5 to 7 sentence response to the prompt. Take a look at the words that are bolded in red and italicized. Identify, discuss, cite. Take a look at those words, those action words, because those are the things you're actually going to do when you write your response. And then take a look at what corresponds with it afterwards. For example, the first one is identify which type of microaggression you may have experienced the most. So whether it's a micro-assault, micro-insult, or micro-invalidation, it is asking you to identify one of those 3. So here's what I consider a great response to the discussion topic prompt. One of the first things it asked for was the type of microaggression experienced the most. It is identified here as a micro-insult. Then it asked to discuss 2 reasons why. 2 of the reasons here identified are experiences both in elementary school and in the workplace. So, looking at the elementary school, there's an explanation. Then there's also a follow-up explanation of workforce. Both are supported by journal article resources, as you can see cited within the body of the response. At the very end is a conclusionary statement. That's where your reflection can come in. This makes for a great discussion topic post. This is what we are shooting for. Now, this is very, very important. If you cite any reference in the post of a discussion topic, you must also find that on your reference list, and you must have a reference list in your post. So, for example, if you see Doe and Doe 2015, you see that cited in the post. If you see Public 2018, you also see that cited in the post, as well as Random and Random 2017. Same thing. If you post it in your response, but it's not on your reference list, you can't do that. If it's on your reference list, and if it's not in your discussion post, you can't do that. It must be in both places. Also, your references must be between the years of 2013 and 2020. Tip 3, write a 3 to 5 sentences of standard response to 2 of your classmates. Many times, as I've seen over the years, I've seen things like, oh, great, I agree. But substantive means you have to go a little bit further in your response to your classmate. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is acknowledge your classmate's post. For example, interesting that you experienced a microassault in the workforce. This is a way of indicating to your classmate that, one, you've read their post and that you've pointed out something that was of interest to you as it relates to your post. It is here that you will connect with your classmate's post based upon an aspect of your response. So in the last example, we saw, hey, this is interesting because I've experienced something like this in the workplace. You now go a little deeper into sharing part of your response where you say, I'm experiencing something similar at the school. So that way you're comparing and contrasting, you're connecting each other's information, and it's also an indication that not only have you read their post, but you now have something substantive to add to their response. So, for the pièce de résistance, is the probing question. So when you're talking to two of your classmates, you're asking a question about their post. So for example, we looked at the discussion topic post. We talked about one piece of it had to do with the microassault in the workforce. And now we're having a probing question because the microassault was, hey, I'm intimidated by you because I only have an associate's degree. And so the probing question can be, one example can be, do you think she would have had a problem if you were white? So whatever that is for that question, this is just an example, but whatever it is for that question, always remember the probing aspect of it. So one of your classmates in their response says, you know, I was called a spick, it was a microassault, and this happened to me at work in front of students in my class. Then you could ask the question, wow, do you really think this affects how you identify the people who you are, or whatever that question may be. To learn more about how to be successful in writing and posting discussion topics, go on the Learning Resource link at Blackboard. You'll see a file entitled Discussion Topic Tips. Also, you want a site based on the American Psychological Association's Publication Manual, 7th edition. Also within Learning Resources is a link for Purdue OWL. They have a wonderful, wonderful resource on APA for 7th edition. Utilize it. And also, don't forget to look at the rubric for discussion topic tips. Remember, the rubric is your friend and can be very, very helpful to you in doing this assignment. If you have any other questions, contact me at swithers.scsu.edu, or you can call and text between Mondays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Take care and looking forward to your responses in Asynchronous Online Learning Experience number 3.